cold one out today, so I'm gonna stay inside and play me some Arc Raiders and drink me a winter Red Bull. So that's about all we can do. So super duper sorry if there's a lot of noise going on in the background. I'm currently doing laundry while also messing around with lighting. I'll show you here. So I've got a barn door light that I'm putting here, but I've also got a Walmart bag as a diffuser because I don't have a diffuser gel or anything to put there. So what we're doing is we're setting up lighting here, running it from a C stand to my R5 Mark II because I'm trying to test out a lighting station here, or I guess a video station here, so that I can use for like reels and whatnot. So this is how it's looking right now. It's not gonna look the best, but we're still playing with things. I'm using a different light source here that's coming from my monitor, and then I have a light source here and a light over there, so it kind of gives off like key lights and different motivated lighting and whatnot. So as you can see here, well, maybe you've got the light right there, then you've got the light shining over above, and then of course from the monitor, and this is how that's looking as of right now. As soon as we get that kind of going off a little bit, I know it's gonna be in vertical because that's how I'm shooting my reels and whatnot, but it's actually turning out pretty well. So I've got my light back here going on, this little lantern candle warmer, or wax warmer, sorry. And then I have my lamp over here going on. So that gives me a little bit of extra motivated lighting and key lighting and all that fun stuff. Cause I don't have a full light kit that I can use right now, just because I don't really care to do lighting at the moment, but I still need to learn it. So that's what we're doing. So as you can see right here, we are getting everything up and running to try and dial this in a little bit better. All right, so today I have to go out to Ardmore, Oklahoma, and do a final walkthrough with one of my clients because we are closing on his house tomorrow. So we have to make sure that all the repairs and everything that we asked to get done, we're actually done. So that being said, I gotta drive an hour and a half to Ardmore, and then hopefully I don't crash because it's quite snowy outside still. From the Texas snowstorm that we had, pretty much all over half the country actually. But anyways, I got my Saratoga, I've got everything I need, I'm ready to rock and roll. Brought my laptop with me so I can get some extra work done if I have any stops to make or anything like that. So that's pretty much what we're gonna be doing today. And then I have some back end work that I have to start doing and prepping for taxes and whatnot, because we all know that's gonna be a pain. But yeah, that's kind of what we're doing right now, and gonna head on this little road trip real quick and hopefully get this thing taken care of pretty fast. So we're at the house doing a final walkthrough of our property here, and I'm working with my buyer right now, and we are kind of going through the house and seeing if there's any extra additional fixes that we had that we requested for that need to be fixed, and seeing if there's anything that needs to be repaired that wasn't on the repair, or that wasn't repaired on the repair list. So right now, as you can see, the driveway to the carport is kind of flooding right here, which means that isn't draining properly. I'll show you here real quick. So this up here isn't draining properly, and then if we go to the back, so we requested repairs for the gutters. So this one was put on, which is good. That one's a little bit rusted, so it's not going to drain very good. As you can see here, it's dripping, but that's draining okay. And then over here in the corner, this gutter actually wasn't even properly put on. So this one works now. Let's see here. So this one works. This is brand spanking new. So that goes up. Another thing is that we had brick and mortar that needed to be repaired, which is over here. So that is going to be like a step that's going to be slowly taken care of over the course of however long this he owns the house at this point. And then a fence that was kind of messed up, but that's really not a big deal at all. There is also a point over here with the roof that had an issue with the shingles that were kind of hanging off, and it looks like the tree had like been rubbing up against it during like wind or strong winds and whatnot. So we're actually going in the attic right now to take a look and see if that's actually repaired, because you can't tell because the snow's up there. So we're gonna see if there's any leaks coming through. As we're inside, we were checking out the thermostat to see if it worked, and it was 52 when we came in here, and now it's at 64. So the heat is working, which is good. And then we checked the bathroom. Let's see here. Check the bathroom, and water's running fine, toilet's flushing, shower's going okay. And then in here, let's see. In here, toilet works okay, but it has a weird hum to it. And the sink is fine, but it drains a little slow, so there might just be hair or something down there that's gonna be plunged out. And I can't see it very well, but we're also going into the attic here just to make sure that everything is working properly and that there's no leaks going on. So after going into the attic, we found out that the wood on the actual roof is wet from the snow. There's no water on the floor or anything, so that means that there's still a bit of a leak up there. We just have to figure out if it's just the nails or whatever's poking through. So now we have to take that information and send it over to the seller's agent so that they can try and find a resolution for that and get it fixed, so that my buyer isn't concerned about it anymore, because it is a huge concern point, because you never want a leaking roof, because then that means that you're gonna have to go and put a new roof on it, and you don't want that. Not before closing, not a day before closing. Well, we climbed up into the attic and we realized that there is in fact still a kind of a leak going on, but not really. Like there's moisture on the wood at some parts, and there's moisture kind of like in that area, but other parts around it are dry. So with that being said, we have to cancel closing for tomorrow and push it back another week just to make sure that those repairs actually get taken care of. It's unfortunate, but it happens. As long as our buyer gets taken care of, that's all that matters. So that's about it. That's our final walkthrough. That's usually what we take care of. We make sure we have everything on the inspection report that we wanted repaired, done, and whatnot for our TRRs and stuff. So that's about all we can do for right now. Had to call the title company and make sure that the closing was canceled for tomorrow, and then we have to write an addendum saying that we are going to be pushing it out a week just to make sure those repairs are done. Well, not quite the kind of day we wanted to have, unfortunately. But the good news is that I have to go through my back end on my CRM, and I have to start adding a checklist for a retainer client of mine, so that we can kind of track what kind of content we're putting out for him, because he's got 3 different brands that we're working with. He's a real estate agent, musician, and his personal brand that we're all working on. So with that being said, I have to go through here and I have to set up a content calendar for him, and then create a checklist to go down and show what he's getting for the price that he's paying, and a download hub as well for it, so that he can download all of his content so he can post it to his social media like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, etc. So yeah, this is what we're working on so far. I also sent out an addendum or supplement, whatever you want to call it, for my buyer for the property that we looked at today, or did a final walkthrough today. Like we said before, unfortunately, we aren't going to be able to close tomorrow. It happens until we get the roof patched up correctly, so that there's no evidence of leakage or anything like that. And then as soon as we do that, then we'll be good to close. But we're going to have to push it out about a week or so, and then kind of go from there. So in the meantime, until the sellers are working on getting all that stuff patched, we are going to be working on the media side of things and making sure that we have everything kind of dialed in and set up for this year. And of course, have a goal for a certain, I guess, financial side of what we want to hit this year, because I'm looking to hit at least 100K minimum this year. And I think I can do it pretty well. And then I'm also going to set up automations and start running ads at some point this year as well. I want to kind of focus on shifting from just being a photographer, videographer, to just like doing kind of a little bit of everything. I mean, I know I've been working mostly with real estate and I've been shooting a lot of real estate, but I want to shoot different things as well. I don't only want to shoot real estate. Like I've been working on short films and I've been working on little projects here and there, corporate events, work like that. But I don't know. I yearn for more than just shooting a house. And because there's only so much you can do with it. So I think I'm going to start pitching to smaller businesses or even medium businesses, corporate jobs, whatever, and start trying to get like actual commercials made and some social media content for them because the bad thing about real estate agents is that they are super cheap and they don't want to spend a lot of money on their media and their content and whatnot. There's a few select agents I like to work with because they know the importance of marketing and whatnot, but a lot of agents are just they just want to get photos and then throw it on the MLS, throw it on Zillow, put it on social media. Hey, new listing or whatever, and that's it. They don't really go in depth to really market properties like they should. And I'm trying to educate them on how to properly utilize media and content to help them either sell homes or get more leads. And that has been a process. So our main goal for the rest of this week, today is Wednesday. Need to start trying to get more bookings going at least this weekend into next week, and then kind of go from there. I do have a shoot lined up on Friday evening for an awards banquet for a real estate association, and they're basically just going to give out all of the awards for like top agents throughout the year of last year in 2025 and whatnot. So that'll be fun. I get to film one of my clients receiving her rewards and all that, or awards and all that stuff. So we'll just kind of go from there and play it by ear. So that's about it. That is the day of which I've had. So yeah. Also, this lighting system I've got going up over here as well. I gotta work on all that fun stuff. So I'm working on my CRM right now and trying to get everything set up because I'm switching from High Level to Honeybook to see if it'll do anything better for me. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Laters.